Hi, and welcome to episode 21 of Girlfriends Knitting. I am recording a day late, but thankfully I am getting to record this week, and I have a bunch to show you. I don't have any finished objects, but I have some half-finished objects, as Amy and Megan like to say on the Stocking Knit Zombies, some hoes. And I'm super excited. There's one y'all have already seen, and that is the Racing Heart socks. There we go. And it makes a heart in the front of the ankle with the cables. But I now have been able to make one with the Desert Vista Dyeworks yarn. So here is the Racing Heart sock. I love it. So I used the red for the toe and the heel and the cuff. Then I used, it's all in my new little bag. I'm going to show y'all in just a second. Oh, I can't find it. Ah, here it is. The self-striping for the main part of the foot. And then I used the variegated for the ribbing at the top. So there is my new Racing Heart sock. And the awesome thing, besides the one with the actual yarn created for the sock, is dun-da-da-da, the pattern. It is up, it is on Ravelry, ready for purchase and download. I was able to get that done a few days ago, and we've already had some people buying it. I love the way it is laid out. My friend Stacy did the layout for PKJewerly and I. And those are some pictures of her test knit that are on the pattern. She has been creating a sock from the pattern in the gray colorway. I have the red, and as you can see, I've got my first one done. And I'll be updating these pics to be ones from the Desert Vista Dyeworks. So get out there and get the Racing Heart pattern, because I'm announcing the knit-along. The Racing Hearts sock pattern knit-along in the Desert Vista colorway is going to start July 1st, and we're going to go through the end of August, so August 31st. We have some awesome prizes for it, and that will go along with us training for the Couch to 5K. So if you can't run a 5K, if you don't plan on running a 5K, or that's just not part of your exercise routine for whatever reason, you can still knit along with us with the socks to inspire us who are trying to run a 5K. Some of us for the very first time, some of us who've run 5Ks many times. So that's, again, going to start July 1st with the knit-along and go through August 31st. So I'm very excited about that. Let me talk about some of the prizes. There's, of course, going to be a giveaway of a pattern, a giveaway of some stitch markers that I have made for this specifically. There's going to be a giveaway of some more yarn. And then I got in the mail just the other day, and I love it. Melissa, who is Ploverbird on Ravelry, has made the cutest project bags for us. And she actually sent a small one and a large one. And I've got to show you, this fabric is awesome. It's skeletons, which I love, with hearts and running shoes. It is the perfect prize for the Racing Heart sock knit-along. And so I'm going to give away these two separately. And I just love everything about them. The coordinating fabric I love. It has, as you can see pretty well in that picture, there's a inside pocket. There is a little toggle so you can tighten it up. And then she has a cute little label on the bag and a handy handle. So I am just in love with these bags, and she was sweet enough to send me one of my own. And I have just been using it like crazy. I've got my yarn in it for the sock knit along already. And so I'm going to be finishing up my other sock as part of the knit along. And so I'm very excited. Thank you, Plover Bird, Melissa, for this. This is super awesome. I know whoever wins these, and I am going to do them separately. So that we'll have 2 to give away because they're just super awesome, and I want to share the love. I know that y'all will love it. So that is some of our fabulous prizes for the Racing Heart sock knit along. The pattern, I did post it for $5, and you pay through PayPal on Ravelry, and it is downloadable. A few people who bought it the first day, I had PayPal issues, but those have been worked out. Now if you buy it, it should be automatically ready for you to download. And all of the proceeds for the Racing Heart sock pattern go to the American Heart Association. So I'm going to sign up for the Heart Run Walk 5K here in my area in October, at the beginning of October. And any of the proceeds that I have between now and then, I'll donate to them at that race. And then any proceeds that just may happen to come after that, I'll donate as we get them. But that's going to be the plan. So get out there, get that pattern, get to knitting. I'm super excited. I really hope y'all like the pattern. Pam and I have worked really hard on it, and I'm just thrilled with the outcome. So that is that knit along. Second, we have another knit along, and that is our Color Affection shawl. My brain is not here with us today. And hold on, I'm trying not to jiggle the computer. I stole Trucker Girl's shawl because y'all have seen mine, and to be quite honest, I've been doing a lot of other things this week and not knitting on my Color Affection shawl. But that's okay because the knit along goes until September 18th. So even if you haven't started your Color Affection or won't be able to start for a little while, that's fine. There's still plenty of time for you to get involved. If you've already done a Color Affection shawl here recently and you want to include your finished pictures in the prize thread, that's okay too. I just love this pattern. And I told Veronica, who's Trucker Girl on Ravelry, that I was going to steal hers and show it off. It's purple, a light purple at the top, and then a yellow, and then it goes to a deep dark purple. It looks black on here, but it is a super dark purple. And she's already on the border, so she'll be finished up with this soon. And her daughter has already told her that it's hers. So it's already been claimed by Veronica's oldest because she is super into yellow and purple. So maybe she'll go to LSU or something. So yay for the Color Affection shawl. There have been some gorgeous ones posted on the prize thread, and I'm trying to get there and congratulate everybody on theirs because I haven't seen one that's not amazing yet. But if I haven't gotten a chance to personally tell you how wonderful yours is, I will be getting there. I'll be getting around to that. So again, that's the Color Affection shawl knit along from now until September 18th. And I'm got lots of energy today for whatever reason, and I'm like super bubbly today. And so I forgot to say that this is the Girlfriends Knitting Podcast, I think. And I know I forgot to say that I'm Carolyn, and I go by Caw Shirley, C-A-W Shirley, on Ravelry and Plurk and anywhere else. So you can find me on all of those different places. Deep breath. Oh, and I wanted to thank, I'm looking down at my show notes. I wanted to thank everybody for your sweet, sweet comments about Mom being on the podcast and Richard being on the podcast. Y'all really seemed to enjoy that. And I hope to continue doing that in the future, that when I have friends who are knitting with me or who are near me and I can grab them and pull them into the podcast to do that. I love seeing that interaction on other people's podcasts, and it's all about girlfriends knitting. And girlfriends doesn't mean only girls. It's just that me being a girl, I'm your girlfriend. So guys can be members of the Girlfriends Knitting too, hence Richard. But like I said, I've loved having them join me, and I just wanted to thank y'all all so much for the sweet comments about that. Now, let's see. I'm trying to see what I'm supposed to talk about next. Let me get my sock blocker, because I have one more HO. Well, I thought I did. Ah, here it is. Okay, so y'all have heard me talk about that I'm working on this sock pattern. That's not a charity project or anything. It's just me playing at being a designer. And I am super thrilled with the outcome. It's just, I think it's Patton's yarn, but I'm not sure. It was just a little cheap yarn I bought at Joann's, but it reminded me of wisteria. And so I had this idea of doing a garden basket. And here is my garden basket socks. And I will be writing up this pattern hopefully this week and getting it put on Ravelry as well. And it is a basket stitch on the foot. And I did knit it toe up, so the directions for this one are going to be toe up. Short row heel. And then it's not cables. It kind of looks like cables, but it's vines and lace. So it's the idea of like a wisteria vine growing up a trellis. That's kind of what I had in mind as I was making it. And I think it looks great for a self-striping sock. So I'm going to get this. I'm calling it my garden basket socks, and you'll be seeing that as one of my personal new patterns on Ravelry. And I have two that I'm going to try to write up. This being the first one, and another one being a baby's hat. And my pattern, my project page for that is up on Ravelry, but I haven't written the pattern for it. And so I'll be writing the pattern for that too. And that's the Cats in the Cradle baby hat. So if you want to check that out on my project page, you can. And then these are my garden basket socks. I'm so excited. I love them. Okay. Other thing I've been working on, just to show you progress, is abalone. And it looks like a big pile of curly fabric. And that's basically all it is right now. I'm using Bobbly, and you can see how smushed this is. This is the second skein. I think I bought 8 skeins because I'm making an extra large. It's not that the pattern gives you different sizes. It actually shows you how to custom fit it for you. But I'm basically an extra large. And so I bought 8 skeins, and that's going to be more than enough to do this with. I'll probably end up with plenty left over. But I have gotten this much left on my second ball. The bottom shaping on the abalone is done, and now it's just endless stocking knit from booty up to underarm, and then you divide for the sleeves and do the border. So that is what I'm working on right now. And this is my mindless knitting. I'm exhausted and it's the end of the night and I'm sitting here watching TV knitting. This is, I just woke up and I can think knitting. And then this is just fun. I just love, I have knit two socks, yet not a complete pair yet, mind you. Pam has knit, I think 3 socks, 1 complete pair. I think she may be finishing up her second pair. So I'm going to finish up both pair of mine. And check out Pam's project page. I think I may have forgotten to mention that. Excuse me. I'm just rushing through all this because I'm so excited today. PKJewerly. That's Pretty Nitty on Ravelry. So PKJewerly is her Ravelry name. And she has a project page for the Racing Hearts that's got some of the newest pictures that we have, because her and I are the two that wrote the pattern together. And she has the gray, and oh my gosh, I thought I was going to love the red more than the gray, But once I saw the gray knit up, it's so pretty. So those of you who got both colorways from Susan at Desert Vista Dyeworks, you're going to love it. They look so different, yet they both look so good. I think Susan did a great job with the colors. And the awesome thing now is seeing what everybody does with the yarn, because you get that solid, you get the variegated, and you get the self-striping. And what Pam did with the gray is completely different than what I did with the red. So take a look at hers and see how she used the different colors. Oh, it's so cool. And I'm so excited to see everybody else's projects, to see how you choose to knit with the different ones. For example, I have a very small foot. I have a 6.5 in women's. So I will probably be able to recreate that big foot of self-striping yarn. Even though there's not much self-striping, I don't need a lot since I have a short foot. Someone with a size 9 or 10 probably wouldn't be able to do that. But you'd certainly be able to do the toes and the heels and the cuff out of the self-striping or the variegated. So play with it, see what you come up with. That's what I think is so cool, is that everybody's is going to look so different and you get to use your own creativity with that. I know I'm rambling. I'm just so excited about this. And I hope y'all are too, because I am just super excited. The other thing I'm super excited about today is from England. I got my Knit Girls swap package, and it's from Edinburgh, England. Photo Kitty, who is Kelly. Oh, let me hold it back so you can see. Isn't that sweet? Now again, this may look black, because all dark colors basically are looking black, but this is actually a deep brown. And it's so pretty with that pink. And it's intertwined hearts. I can't wait to put that with my owls from the last one. They are going to look so good together. And then as my little treats in the bag, I got some super cool stitch markers. Okay, so they're the little tiny ones with the beads on them. But the really cool one is the sea glass. Isn't that awesome? And I believe she's selling them on seaberries.etsy.com. Seaberries Haberdashery. I love that. Haberdashery. So check that out. It's such a pretty little card. And then the other thing that I got, and I just love it. This is Blossom. That's the colorway. And it's from South Lancashire, Scotland. And it's 100% pure new wool, new landmark mills in a pink. And I'm pink obsessed, so you can't go wrong sending me something that's pink. And it's from Scotland. The fact that I got these from overseas, and I hope to get over there one day. I've been twice, but I am just in love with all things European. And so the fact that I got yarn from there, that just thrills me. I just love that. So thank you so much, Photo Kitty. I love my package. Thank you very much. And I've mailed my package out, and hopefully my partner will have already gotten it. They may be out of town or something, but they should have already gotten it. And hopefully they will love it as much as I loved making it for them. So we'll see what they think about their square and their goodies, hopefully soon on Ravelry. Deep calming breaths. On to fitness. Exercise. There are heat advisories here in the South. And I'm not even South. I mean, I grew up in South Louisiana. That's hot. Because that's not only hot, that's soup. It's humidity of 100% when it's not raining. And 110-degree temperatures. You walk outside and you feel like you're in soup. It's just miserable hot during the summer. So I moved up here to North Mississippi. I'm basically Memphis, Tennessee. I'm as north in Mississippi as you can pretty much get. I thought it would be cooler. It snows here in the winter. I thought it would be cooler. No, we have heat advisories. Temperatures of 102, 105. You can't go outside and exercise. So I have plans of, number one, tomorrow, joining a gym. There's a all 24/7 gym here in town with really reasonable rates. I start back to work on Monday. And so that's my plan, is to go tomorrow, get that set up so that after work I can run over there and exercise before I come home. Because until it gets to be September or October, unless I wake up at 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning, which I am not a morning person, there's not going to be exercising outside. I rode my exercise bike here, but I don't want to just ride my bike. That's why I want to join the gym, because I have a bike, I have some weights, so I can exercise here, I can do yoga here, but I want something different sometimes. So the gym price is so reasonable that I think it would be worth it. Just a couple bucks a month. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm really looking forward to the routine. I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, but I've recently got a promotion at work. So I'm now a department head, let's just say. It'll explain it better what I am than if I actually give you my title. And normally I'm a teacher, but with this new change in position, I won't be a faculty member anymore. So teachers normally get June and July off. Well, administrators, which I'm now one of the lowest on the totem pole administrators, but up there, I'm not faculty anymore. You don't get time off. So my new job starts Monday. So I did get all of June off. So I've been really slacking. A lot going on personally as far as medical stuff and things like that with Amy. But that's kind of slowing down too. Monday I go back to work. I'm super excited about going back to work. I love my new job that I will be starting on Monday. I've already been doing some of the stuff for that job, so I kind of know what it entails. So I know that I'm going to love it. Same people that I've been working with, same people I will be working with. But the reason I tell you this, because you probably don't care about all I just said, the reason I tell you this is because it will bring structure. I can get up in the morning, maybe do some light stretching, go off to work, spend my lunch hour relaxing and knitting, because I do get a full hour off for lunch. That'll be awesome to just sit back, bring a healthy lunch to eat, and do some knitting, do some podcast watching. That's usually what I do during my lunch break. And then finish up work, go over to the gym, exercise, come home, completely relax. See, because that's another thing that people don't understand. Unless you are a teacher or have lived with a teacher, such as a spouse, parent, sibling, whoever, you don't understand, probably. You may, but probably don't understand that a teacher's job doesn't end. Like, they may get the summer off, but most of us spend the summer preparing lessons for the next year. When we come home at 3, we're not done. There's always something that we can be doing. There's always a lesson that we can be planning. There's always papers that we could be grading. We're never done. And with this new job, when I come home at 5, I'm done. There aren't papers to grade. There's not lessons to plan. I just come home. And yet I get to go to school. I get to have all the benefits of being a teacher in that I'm still involved in education. And so I'm just so excited about that. So I'm looking forward to that rest and coming home and just going, I'm just really, really looking forward to that. Training for the Couch to 5K. I still haven't made it 5K yet. I'm trying to get some walks in, trying to run a little bit, and it's just not happening. I'm not giving up. But I have a very big fear of being the last one in the race. When everybody else finishing like 20 minutes before me, and people milling off because they think everybody else is finished, and then here comes little old Carolyn, dead last. That is my big fear of participating in a 5K. And everybody keeps telling me, oh, you don't have to run the whole thing. You can walk. And I'm thinking, it's going to take me an hour and a half. They're going to be gone. You know, that's 10K and marathon time, half marathon times. That's not a 5K time. So I'm very nervous about this whole thing. I haven't given up, but I'm very, very nervous. So I really need y'all's support on this 5K issue. Lastly, water. Okay, so I love Rizzoli and Isles. And Mara Isles, that's the character's name, made an offhand comment about how you're supposed to drink 2 liters of water a day, according to the Mayo Clinic. And I realized that the little water bottles that I've been drinking are half a liter. So if I drink 4 of those, it's all good. And I've been drinking 2 a day. So that's not bad. So I just realized that, hey, maybe I'm not as far off as I thought I was with this. And of course, drinking 4 bottles of water a day, in my little convoluted mind, sounds a whole lot less than drinking 8 glasses of water. They're equivalent, mind you. But that's okay. I still say 4 is less than 8. You know, that whole math thing. So I really am going to try to get my 4 half-liter bottles in so that I will be getting the correct amount of water. So structure, exercising, correct amount of water, lots of fun knit-alongs. I'm just super excited. Lastly, I'm joining the One More Knit-along because I did spin the Froggy Monkey. I don't know if y'all remember that. And I asked y'all what it said to y'all. And a few of you chimed in. I'm going to pick some patterns kind of along the lines of what y'all suggested. I think some of you even suggested certain patterns. And I'm going to post them up on a poll on Ravelry, probably tomorrow. And I want y'all to vote and tell me what I need to do with this Froggy Monkey. So the knit along with Knitting in Circles, that's Amy and Darren. They are super awesome. And Knittables, that's Diane. That starts July 1st. So if any of y'all watched those podcasts or participated in the spin along or bought the yarn, their knit along starts, like I said, on July 1st. And it's knitting those colors that you either spun or purchased. And so I've spun mine, and I need some help deciding what I want to make out of it. So that's the knit along that I'm going to be doing in July. In addition, of course, to the 2 that we're doing. This is a really long episode because I've just run my mouth. But I've had a lot of fun recording it today. I hope you have fun watching it. Thank you so much if you're new for watching the podcast. If you've been a fan of the podcast and have been hanging in there with me, thank you so much for your patience with me. Love you guys. See y'all next week. Bye.